Welcome, this is Glendin ThePackRat, and I'm in Space Engineers Season 4, Episode 3. Well, this will be my third daily log. I am Glendin ThePackRat, Space Engineer, Stargate Division, Salvage Team Leader for Alien Technology, and I have been stranded on this planet now for about, 4 days. Long days. I don't think we have 24-hour days here. I have to move the MILF. I disassembled it, so I'm going to load this log into the MILF. I'm going to go ahead and build a new one over here. Well, the nanite system can build a new one. I moved the Stargate, as you can see. I'm using the MILF to transmit data back and forth. Let me just go ahead and recreate a new one here. I'll just let the nanite system build it. That'll work. That'll get it started. When I'm done with the log, I will update it. I'll upload it to the MILF and allow the and then it's one of those days, you know. I'll set the MILF to trigger on the Stargate to transmit back. The reason why it's one of those days is I just recalculated the ship and the thrust to mass ratio is off. My earlier calculation must have been in error because at 3.1 Gs we will never obtain liftoff with the amount of thrust that we have. This ship will never leave the ground again. We'll never attain orbit. And I'm sort of bummed out about that. I really wanted this ship to fly, but at 2.1 Gs it would have worked. It would have got to orbit struggling. At 3.1 it will never leave the ground. So I've converted it to station, and this is where it's going to be. I did a lot of work on it. I put in, I started moving things over from the Red Bull HAB because it really wasn't working for me. Going up and down that ladder was going to get me killed. The nanite system's been moved over. The Red Bull HAB has been decommissioned and it's being disassembled as we speak, and all the parts are going into here. I've added a few cargo containers. I've added a few assemblers and refineries and stone crusher and all that kind of good stuff on the lower levels. I just moved this stuff over because although I have enough food supply probably for a year, I still would like to have this stuff ready and functional if I need it. Sorta screwed. I'm going to have to build a wheeled vehicle. It's the only way to get around in this kind of gravity. Nothing's going to fly here. I do like watching that. I really do. That's why I built it upside down. You can see it easier. So I'm thinking about building a landmaster and a stationary base, because if I'm never leaving this planet, then a stationary base would be a nice thing, and you can teleport back to it. I can teleport from the landmaster to the stationary base and back again. I can have all my refineries at the base. I can put I can turn the landmaster into a wait a minute, I don't have something right here. I don't have something right here. Transporter to transporter. Yes, this one. Transport. I moved the transporter. It's not at the HAB anymore. It's down below us on a little ramp, so I can actually reach the ground without having to try to scale the outside of the ship and get myself killed. In the front of the ship, between the upper and lower parts, I filled that in with a rim of metal so that I could put cargo containers in there. I was able to fit about 5 of them in there, 5 of the large ones. It does take a few minutes to transport me. Let me just get rid of this off the screen. I do like watching that. It looks really cool. Each color nanite flying around there does a different job. I mean, the yellow ones are picking up things that have been dropped. The different blue ones, turquoise and whatever, are disassembling and building. Okay, we're down to the bottom. I built this little one down here because, you know, there's no other way to get in and out of here. I decided when I had to convert this to station and keep it here indefinitely because it will never thrust itself off the ground. So, you guys don't have to send me the ice anymore. I have sufficient ice if I'm not burning it as hydrogen. I guess I'm going to take what was there and build it into an underground base, a facility for, let's see, refining facility. And there the red ball HAB is being disassembled. So I'll have plenty of parts for this. I still have that other one way over there, but unless I build something with wheels on it, I will never reach it. Now what I can do is, whatever vehicle I build, and I'm looking at 2 of them. One is a Landmaster and one is a Rover, a little shorter. The Landmaster could be a problem getting in and out of. The Rover, not so much. So I may build the Rover, see how well it serves me, and if it doesn't, then we'll upgrade to the Landmaster. I'm going to have to build an underground base, and I'm going to start here. This was the pad for the Stargate originally. The Stargate, I will move back down here again. We will eventually disassemble this ship, because you guys back at R&D want all the alien technology I can find in that ship anyway, like the teleporter. Because I finally figured that out. Yeah, I did chip out all the landing gear from the ice, and it still won't go. Yeah, you can see there, right there, I filled in those. Those are cargo containers in there now. It's actually quick work with the nanite system. You just have to place the framework down and then leave it. It's not like you have to build it all yourself. I was thinking here, it's going to be an underground base, 5-6 layers. It's going to be storage. It's going to be, you know, I can build a Land Rover, and the mining beam on the front can go to a teleporter that teleports straight back here. It's got a 50,000 mile range, which is more than this planet. So anywhere on this planet, it will teleport back to here. I can then teleport water and uranium and anything else I might need. You know, gravel and stuff for hydroponics. So I could pretty much explore the planet. With this kind of gravity, any ship that gets too close or tries to land is never leaving. So this could be a wealth of knowledge for the human race, depending on how many ships have actually been marooned here over the years. There's no telling how long that ship's been there. 1,000 years, maybe? Maybe that's why it doesn't work any longer. Maybe it's just gotten too old and cranky. I've done a pretty good exploring of that ship, but no. I guess the nanites haven't picked all this stuff up yet. Well, it's good that I'm here. I'll just pick it up and move it somewhere else. This is where I want to start building. Now what I'm going to do is just hoping to get up on top here. There we are. And I'll just drop it here. What I want to do is I can actually drop most of this crap. I'll build the base flat. I'll build one layer up and about 4 layers down. I'll put all the refining facilities down in the bottom. Did that roll back in here? No, it didn't. Okay. Get your ass back over here. Let's just pick all this stuff. Normally they would be out here to clean, but I have too much stuff going on. We keep getting lag spikes, like something spawning in or trying to. I've got that nanite, the single nanite system we have, because this one's disabled in the Redwall HAB. The habitation is no longer viable. It's been taken apart on the inside. I scrapped most of it. And, yeah, it's going to be completely disabled soon if it doesn't fall over. It will be completely dismantled soon, and everything in cargo tanks. Actually, most of the stuff is being used to build the cargo tanks and other things on the alien ship. All the stuff I had set down to plan. And although I built a mining beam on the bottom, I don't think it's going to be much use if I can't move the bloody ship. So right now I'm going to use it as base until I build a new base and put power to it, and yeah, and build a some sort of landmaster, I think. I was thinking about just plunking down a power supply here and taking a look at what landmaster I want to build. I don't know. I think there's 3 or 4 different types. And I need to pick one. Oh, come on. Let me out of here. Yeah, see the nanites are picking up the stones? Why didn't you pick them up down there? Make me move it all. They seem to, if you drop something, come and get that first. If that makes any sense. I just wanted to be able to start building. And I wanted to dig everything out as I build, so yeah. You know, like this other block here is just placed on the stone and it's part in stone. So I want to remove the stone from the location of the block. Let's just use this color for now. It'll tell me what I've done and what I haven't. Because, yeah, the blocks are full of stone, and if I want to build under it, I have to have that stone out of the way. Of course, it's going to be much bigger. It's going to be, you know, 30 by 30 at least in order to get what I want done. And unfortunately, it's going to have to all be by hand. Because the mining beam, although it's great on a large vessel for mining asteroids, it does shit on a stationary vessel because it no longer functions. And it's great mining asteroids, like I said, but here in this particular instance, not so much. So, so I will be building a base first. You know, a flat area base. And then from that base, I will then build upward 1 level or 2. Probably 1 level, but 2 blocks. And then I will put a staircase in here somewhere and begin with building a 2-block level below it for power, and then refineries and stone crushers and the whole Megillah that you would normally need to refine stone and ore. Because on the Landmaster, the only thing I want to have on there is a nanite system for if I find a ship to take apart. And mining beams. Now, I'm pretty sure I can fit the mining beams on a Landmaster, because that's a pretty big ship. Can't fit them on a small block ship. But I need this stone anyway. The alien ship is powered and processors are running. So as it picks up the stone, it's being processed to ore, and then the nanite system is queued for the assemblers, and it's automatically making the parts I need for getting the next part done. I mean, whatever that happens to be. Oh, come on, get the hell out the way. You can't walk on these things. I mean, you have a stone there and it keeps you from walking. In this gravity, those things have a lot of mass. So a lot of weight to them. More than they normally would have had in a single G environment. And they're pushing me around pretty good, even though they're small stones. So even mining in this environment is difficult. This is not the world I would have picked to have my, rest of my life in, to spend the rest of my life on. This is definitely not the one I would have picked. But you got to deal with the cards you're dealt. What's that old adage? Life gives you lemons, make lemonade. Well, I hate that analogy. It's just you got to do with what you got to do. And I am a space engineer, so I will figure it out. I will probably have technology on this world that mankind has never seen before. In fact, I've already found a few. You R&D boys aren't getting it until I figure out how to make a blueprint from it. Because I'm not giving it up. Well, I couldn't give it up anyway because I can't transmit. I can only transmit data. Oh, and by the way, how are you guys coming with finding some naquita? Or shitting in DHD? I'm kind of thinking you're not. Did they clean this up yet? Nope. They didn't clean this up yet. It seems to have a higher priority if you pick it up and drop it. And I don't need these while I'm doing this, so let's get rid of all this. I've already got a repair beacon over here, so I'll keep those. Now, I want to put a temporary power supply on this, and I want to build a little tiny one. We're just going to run a projector. I want to put a projector. I want to put a cockpit in there so I can control a projector. And yeah, that's about what we're going to have running here. So I think we have more room. Shit, if that HAB's out of the way. I think we have more room over there right now. So let's do that. Although there's no oxygen hook to it. Let's do that. And let's do... See, there's a method to my madness, and that's backwards. I think it's like that. Yeah, there it is. I think that'll do me. Now, if I get this built, I can then project the Landmaster out there. Although it will need to be setting on something that's attached to this because it won't start otherwise. And of course, after the nanites finish building what I've set them to do in there, which will help, even though I'm going to take it apart again, we'll begin building the Landmaster. The refinery station is not going to be, you know, the greatest of all, but it will be a place to live, a place to come back to. Let's move over here and drop that stone. Now that beacon there is a construction beacon, and then we should have things come out here and actually construct this for us. There we go. Yeah, it's still... Oh, it's already constructing. That was the light green ones. I think the blue ones are the one that's taking that apart over there. That's a big structure to take apart. It's going to take it a while. They're not the fastest things in the world. They're really cool to watch, and they do a lot of work. They do the work of 20. One of those things does the work of 20 space engineers easily. There's no way around it. I could not have done this much work in this amount of time without them. So I may go ahead and build the base outward for a ways before trying to spark up the projector to build the Landmaster. We'll use this as a base to build a Landmaster on. In just a minute, if we do get the thing built, I can show you what the Landmaster is going to look like. It's going to be pretty cool. Although there's always been a problem with getting the wheels on it, right? Oh, come on. Let's go in front here. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to take another day or two and just let the nanite system work. Like I said, I got plenty of food, plenty of water. The thirst and hunger on the left side, when it reaches 30%, the suit automatically feeds me, basically. So if I forget, I'm not going to die from it. That's too close. That's going to roll back in there. Come on, you guys got to come out and get this stone. Yeah, the only friends I have are the nanites. They're like little fireflies. And they just keep going. I wish that other ship was close enough for them to reach, but it's not. Yeah, see, they're picking up and they're building and they're doing things. Apparently, when you hit it twice, with this this grade hand drill, it picks it up. Well, at least I don't have to run it all inside. That would be a nightmare, having to run this stone inside every time I chip something away. Pick up some more of this. Yeah, basically the nanite system is just overtaxed. I've got it doing too many things. It's building, it's deconstructing, it's massive objects, and it's picking up strays. Yeah, the yellow ones are picking up the stuff now. It's going to be slow work. I mean, it's slow moving on this this planet. But I think it's ultimately going to be rewarding because we're going to find things on this planet that nobody's ever seen before. It's good for now. Might as well just go ahead. I'll take this one apart. Gotta probably change the beacon out. Move that to the side. I guess when the Stargate base was made, they just plunked it down inside the stone. I mean, this whole planet is stone. I mean, keep thinking of it as black ice because it's slick like ice, but this whole planet is one big stone ball. Don't want to do that yet. No, not that one. Don't want to build them yet. Come here, you. It's probably not where the wall's going to go anyway. But yeah, I'm going to go down with it as well. So we're going to take this out too. Like every space engineer, I wish I had a bigger inventory. Oh, you thought I was going to say something else? Dirty mind. Let me out! Can't even jump over these rocks. But every rock I pull out is going to have trace elements to it, and I can build components from it. So, see, now if I watch those a minute, they're going to reduce that rock in size, and then they're going to come out and pick up some more. And then they're going to come out and pick up some more until it's gone. It takes them a minute. They're not fast, but they get the job done. Sort of like me. I'm not fast, but I get the job done. Yeah, let's drop another one. They will reduce that in size. They will pick it all up and bring it home. Hey, I have that one. Oh, they took the whole thing. I missed it, but they took the whole thing. I just dropped another rock. Okay. I'm thinking let's maybe move the beacon. Well, see, I don't really want to have it all built yet. Like the things back there, they still need to be moved. Let's take the nanite repair beacon and move it over. I mean, I laid them there, but that's not where I want to put them. Nanites, nanite blocks, nanite repair beacon. I want to put it here. And I want to take it down from here. That causes the nanites in the alien ship to come and build this for me. But, like I said before, all the black is still buried in stone. So I don't want to build... don't want to build this stuff just yet. I want to remove the stone on it from under them first. Are you done yet with this? No. Oh yes, you are. Or this one. And we still have too much there. But I think I can do one here. Can I do one there? Yes. But I have to still dig out some corners of that. And I didn't think I was going to make that jump. It's just too heavy. Even with the augmented suit, I'm still too heavy. Oh, one of the things I'd like to request is a better suit or multiple suits. Since I'm never getting off this planet, I mean, I could get a redesigned suit that doesn't have jump jets because I can't use the bloody things. So why am I carrying around a jetpack if I'm never going to get off this planet, right? Take it down a minute. So a new suit might work in the next installment here of stuff you send me. You know, uranium, ice. You can still send those things. It ain't gonna hurt. I really don't need anything else. Maybe a variety of food. More coffee. Coffee. Space engineers run on coffee. I'm not being too picky where I pull this stone out from right now. Because, yeah, I'm going to wind up building this base much larger than this. No, don't fall back in here. Basically, I need to just mine a little bit, build a little bit, and then take a break and wait. For the nanite system to finish this, finish what it's doing. I mean, it's built a whole lot in that ship. I mean, I told it to do some fantastic work. And it's still working on it. It's still pulling this stuff out. It's still retrieving what I told it to retrieve. It's still building what I told it to build. And it's doing all without complaint. For some reason, the teleportation keeps changing my suit color. And I have no idea why it's doing that. But I'm still here. On this world. I should rename this world. Other than Black Ice. V. I like this ship. It's pretty cool. But if it's not going to fly, it's not a ship anymore. It's a base. So I might as well build a better working base without thrusters and shit all over it. Which is what I will endeavor to do here. Was going to build some more here, but I have to wait until I get cleaned up a stone. It's just too much stone here. There's too much of this stuff here, too. I'll let the nanite system put that back in later. So I have to chip all this stuff out, build this base flat, and then I want to build this out a little bit more there, and then start the projection of the landmaster. And I have to build up one couple of blocks to the landmaster so it's touching, and then it'll build the blocks that are touching those blocks. Does it make any sense? Yeah, probably not. But it's the way the projection system works. If a space engineer is seeing this, he already knows. He's used it many times before. This is getting to be more or less not a log of how I'm doing every day, but more of a personal video on this is my life. Because although, you know, I have to build what I consider is most viable for my life here now that I'm stranded forever, and although my missions and the Space Engineer Corp basically has the same missions. You want to turn this into a mining colony. It's not going to happen unless we get this Stargate situation sorted out. Well, let's just take this apart. It'll put it back together again. It'll let me mine a whole lot more. See, look at all the stone that's in there. One, it doesn't need to be there because I want to build under it. Two, I can use it. So, waste not, want not. If you waste it now, you're going to want it later, and then you ain't got it. So, I might as well just use this stone, process it, pull out the trace elements to it, turn it into components, and use it to build a base. Or at least until I have a mining vessel. Why isn't that? Got a rim. Oh, there it is. There it is. This is still central base here. I'm nowhere near where the walls are going to be, so I'm not caring about if I overdig. You can't put the stone back once you dig it up. It's not that I know of anyway. Yeah. You guys need to get out of there so I can put the stuff down. See, they're working on it. They're just slow as molasses. You know, they're very slow at what they're doing. Let's go up here and drop some more stone. Anyway, I think this is going to be the end of my report. Or my life log, or whatever you want to start calling it. It's just a diary now. Because, yeah, I know the Space Engineer Corp will send me things that I need if I really need them. So apparently I must stay on mission, at least well enough to keep getting supplies. The rest is up to me. The rest is I want to do what I want to do because my life, and even, I mean, there's not going to be any retirement. There's not going to be, this is going to be the rest of my life is living on this planet. Wow. I may never get back to the stars. Of course, I have been thinking of several things. What if I were to modify some gravity generators and put a small field of them out, you know, 30 or 40, and use that to build a ship over top of them, reversing the gravity to nullify some of the gravity on the planet? Could I then lift the ship off and stay in that column of gravity and lift the ship off the planet straight up into orbit? With the teleporter allowing me to go back and forth between an orbital platform and here? It's something to think about. I may be able to do that eventually. Perhaps I'll find some other alien technology that allows me to do so. That's just my thoughts. Well, thank you for coming with me on the journey today. Please leave a like if you enjoyed the video. I encourage you to leave a comment. Constructive criticism is always welcome. And remember to subscribe so you don't miss my next episode. You can also follow me on Twitter for an instant update on all my new videos the moment they come out. The link for Twitter is in the description below. And I'll see you next time.